Hi again. Are you ready for some more stories? Well, this time we're moving on to the last two stories now. We're starting off with The Toad and the Snail. Here we go. I really am most awfully fond of playing in a lily pond. I take off shoes and socks and coat and paddle with my little boat. Now yesterday, quite suddenly, a giant toad came up to me. This toad was easily as big as any fair-sized fattish pig. He smiled and said, "How do you do? Good morning. Hello. How are you?" His face somehow reminded me of Mummy's sister, Emily. The toad said, "Do you think I might? I might those lovely legs of mine? And I am sure that you've never seen a toad so gloriously green." I said, "So far as I can see, you look just like Aunt Emily." He said, "I'll bet Aunt Emily got up as high as me. I'm on my back, my young friend," he cried. "I'll take you for a marvellous ride." As I got on, I thought, "Oh, blimey! Oh, dear me, how wet and slimy!" "Stand further back," he said. "That's right. I'm going to jump, so hold on tight." He jumped. Oh, how he jumped! By God! I thought my final hour had come. My wretched eardrums popped and fizzed. My eyeballs watered. Up we whizzed. I clung on tight and shouted, "Wow! How much further are we going now?" Toad said, with his face all wreathed in smiles. "We're very up. It's 50 miles." Quite literally, we all jumped over from Scotland to the cliffs of Dover. Above the cliffs, we stopped for tea, and Toad said, gazing at the sea, "What do you say we take a chance and jump from England into France?" I said, "Oh dear, do you think we ought to? I hate to finish in the water." But Toad, you'll find, don't give a wink for what we little children think. He didn't bother to reply. He jumped. You should have seen us fly. We simply soared across the sea, the marvellous Mr. Toad and me. Then down we came, and down, and landed in a funny town. We landed hard. In fact, we bounced. "We're here. That's France," the Toad announced. He said, "You must admit, it's grand to jump into a foreign land. No boats, no bicycles, no trains, no cars, no noisy aeroplanes." Just then, we heard a fearful shout. "Oh, heavens above!" the Toad cried out. I turned and saw a frightening sight. On every side, to left and right, people were running down the road, running at me and Mr. Toad, and every person, man and wife, was brandishing a carving knife. It didn't take me very long to figure there was something wrong. And yet, how could a small boy know that? For nobody had told me so. The fat Frenchmen aren't like you or me. They do things very differently. They won't say yards, they call them meters. And they're the most peculiar eaters. A Frenchman frequently regales himself with half a dozen snails. The greedy ones will gulp for a score of these foul brutes and asks for more. In many of the best hotels, the people also eat the shells. Blech! Imagine that. My stomach turns. One might as well as eat slugs or worms. But wait, read on a little bit. You haven't heard half of it. These French go even more agog if someone offers them a frog. You better fetch a basin quick, in case you're going to be sick. The bits of frog they like to eat are thighs and calves and toes and feet. The French will gobble loads and loads of legs. They chop off frogs and toads. They think that's absolutely ripping, to guzzle frog legs, fried and dripping. That's why the whole town and their wives were rushing with us with carving knives. They screamed in French, "Well, I will be blowed! What legs are there upon that toad? Chop 'em, skin 'em, cook 'em, fry 'em. All of us are going to try them." "Toad!" I cried. "I'm not a funk, but are we not to do a bunk? These rascals haven't come to greet you. All they want to do is to eat you." Toad turned his head and looked at me, and said as cool can be, "Oh, now, listen carefully, please. I often come to France to taste these crazy French who long to eat my lovely, tender, froggy meat. I am a magic toad, he cried, and I know ever after I'd stay where you are, don't move, he said, and pressed a button on his head. At once there came a blinding flash, and then the most almighty crash, and sparks were bursting all round, and smoke was rising from the ground. When all the smoke had cleared away, the Frenchmen with their knives cried, "Hey, where is the toad? Where has he gone?" You see, I now was sitting on a wonderfully enormous snail. His shell was smooth and brown and pale, and I was so high off the ground that I could see off for miles around. The snail said, "Hello, greetings, ale. I was a toad. Now I'm a snail. I had to change the way I looked to save myself from being cooked." "Oh, snail," I said, "I'm not so sure. I think to start now once more." The French were shouting, "What a snail! What a monster! Oh, what a whale! He makes the toad look titchy small. There's lovely snail be for us all. We'll bake the creature in a shell and bring them aloud the dinner bell. Get garlic, parsley, butter, spices. We'll cut them into 50 slices. Come sharpen up your carving knives. This is a banquet for all of our lives." I murmured through my quivering lips, "Oh, snail, I think we've had our chips." The snail replied, "I disagree. Those greedy French will not eat me." Down they came. They screamed, "Yahoo! Surround the brood and run them through." Good gracious! I could almost feel the pointed blades of the shining steel, but Snail was cool as cool can be. He turned his head and winked at me and murmured, "Au revoir, farewell," and pulled a lever on his shell. I looked around. The snail had gone. And now, what was I sitting on? Oh, what a relief! Oh, what joy! Because at last I found a friend. It was the gorgeous, glamorous, absurd, enchanting, roly-poly bird. He turned and whispered in my ear, "Well, much to see you, my dear." Then up he went in glorious flight. I clutched his neck and hung on tight. We fairly raced across the sky. The roly-poly bird and I landed and safely just beyond the fringes of a lily pond. When I got home, I never told a solitary single soul of what I had done or where I'd been, or any of the things I'd seen. I did not even say I rode upon a giant jumpy toad, because if I had, I knew that they would not believe me anyway. But you and I know, well, it's true. We know I jumped, we know I flew, we're sure to take it place. We're sure it took all place, although not one of us will ever know. We'll never, never understand why children go to Wonderland. Here's the last ever story now, and it's called The Tummy Beast. One afternoon, he said to Mummy, "Who is this person in my tummy? He must be small and very thin, or how could he have gotten in?" My mother said, from where she sat, It isn't nice to talk like that. It's true," he cried. "I swear it, Mummy. There is a person in my tummy. He talks to me at night in bed. He always asking me to be fed. Throughout the day he screams at me, demanding sugar buns for tea. He tells me that it's not a sin to go and raid a biscuit tin. I know quite well it's awfully wrong to guzzle food the whole day long. But really, I can't help it, Mummy. Not this person in my tummy." "Oh, you hard child!" my mother cried. "Admit it right away. You lied. You're simply trying to produce a silly accident excuse. You are a greasy, ghastly brat. That is why you're always fat." I tried once more. "Believe me, Mummy, there is a person in my tummy. I've had enough," my mother said. "You'd better go at once to bed." Just then a nicely timed event delivered me from punishment. Deep in my tummy something stirred, and then an awful noise was heard, a snorting, grumbling, grunting sound. That made my tummy jump ahead. My darling mother nearly died. "My goodness! What was that?" she cried. At once the tummy's voice came through it, shouting, "Hey there! Listen, you! I'm getting hungry. I want eats. I want lots of chocolates and sweets. Get me half a pound of nuts. Look, Snubby, or I'll twist your gum." "That's him!" I cried. "He's in my tummy. So now do you believe me, Mummy? But Mummy answered nothing more, for she had fainted on the floor. And we hope you enjoyed throughout the stories throughout Dirty Beasts. Okay, so we will be back in a bonus story in which we will read The Very Grumpy Day. So I'll see you next time. So I'll see you then. Bye bye.